welcome to
color.
Open Collar, the
Welcome.
Furloughed edition.
Back to Open Collar.
Back to Open Collar. Our buttons are undone. The collars are open. So,
Hi.
what's happened since the last time?
Oh, things, stuff and
Things
things.
and stuff and things.
That's
we
right.
like the stuff and the things. Yeah. So, world ending.
Yeah. Let's get that out of the way now, and then we can just not talk about it
Ever
anymore.
again.
Ever again.
Yeah. So pandemics are a thing, and not just in movies and TV shows.
That's right. It's real life.
It also doesn't seem real life, if that makes sense.
It just seems weird. Nothing is normal right now. This is Stranger Things.
It's the upside down.
Yeah.
Because things are the same, but they're not.
They're not, exactly.
It's like Troy Barnes. Like it's the same, but also it's not. For Community fans, all 8 of you.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
all 6 others of you.
6 fans and a newbie. Because there was one person that's watching it for the first time. Yeah, with
it's on Netflix Canada now, so.
Is it?
It is.
Is there really anything that's not owned by another company on Netflix still? With the exception of now Community?
No, I don't know.
No?
Community is also still on Amazon Prime, so I don't know what's going on. They're just whoring themselves out.
It's slowly taking over the streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Because it's NBC, owned by NBC Universal, so I assume it's going to be on Peacock when that launches too.
Yeah. Isn't that like soon? I don't know. Well, not everything is soon right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything is also not coming out as well.
Yeah.
It's like stuff starting, but stuff's also on hold and stuff is also like scrapped.
Everything is the worst.
Everything is the worst. I agree. So, the exception of, not being able to go out and do nothing. You have to go out with a purpose, which to me always seemed like the point of going.
The reasonable, the more reasonable thing.
The benefit of everybody being forced to stay at home is the earth is like healing itself.
Yeah, well, for like a second at a time. Yeah, it took months to heal itself, and then as soon as everyone starts going again, it's gonna take a week and it'll be back to what it used to be.
Yeah, someone said today, or caught a bit of CNN that they were talking about, like in Los Angeles, it's the cleanest air they've had in decades.
Yeah.
Like have
you seen those pictures where it's like, this is what it looked like, a month ago or 2 months ago, and then it shows the picture again, and you can actually see like somewhat tops of buildings and.
Yeah, you can see the skyline. I think they showed Venice in the Venice channel. You can see like it's clear. You can see like jellyfish swimming. I think you can see like Mount Kilimanjaro from like the city.
It's pretty crazy.
Like they said, was it the CO2 emissions or something like that? And from like all the pollutions in cities is down like 30%.
Yeah. Well, also just planes not flying anywhere.
Like someone said, because they're asking, like, is this going to help? And someone said, if we did this for like the next 40 years, then the earth would be able to heal. But we can't do it for like another 40 minutes. Well, some people can.
Some people can't.
Chomping at a bit. But we all know what's going on. It's going to be the same thing until it's not.
Even then, even when it's not, I doubt we're getting back to.
I think you and I talked about this when this first happened, that we're both in the agreement that like this is what it's going to be. Like,
this is
there was the before time, and then there's what's going to be after this. There's no going back.
There's no like the normalcy of everything is just, it's not going to happen again where everyone's just going to go out all haphazardly and do whatever. Mm-hmm. I've noticed a lot just being at Best Buy and stuff, like I don't think that people are going to be punching in their codes on pin pads with their like bare hands for a
No, I always use my knuckle
for a very long time. Yeah, people are using keys, people are using knuckles, wearing gloves, and I think that is like it's going to be like that for a while. People who have never used contactless payment are starting to, which is like that's cool. It's been around forever, not forever, but it's been around for a while, and you've decided it's it wasn't worth it, but now it is. It makes everything faster, and yeah, like I don't think that kind of stuff is going back to people being less concerned about everyday germs. Like you in the winter time or in fall and spring, like it was no one was like, oh well, there might be some flu hanging around on this pin pad. They went for it, or door handles,
some kind of flu.
Yeah, but like door handles, all that kind of stuff, right? Public keyboards, everything. People just didn't think twice about it, and they're like, if I get it, I get it. But now it's like, even if it's the cold, the flu, anything, people are going to think twice about it, and that just changes like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think you're going to see like our fancy graphic here, like masks being the norm for at least for
a little while, for sure. Yeah, well, like because they've been the norm in like Asian countries for a while now.
And now, is that pollution or just the amount of people as well, or both?
I think it's still like it goes back to the SARS and the MERS and all that stuff. Like they know that it's a possibility. It's a good way to prevent spread. And but yeah, it's also like pollution and everything. Like there's Japan and stuff has some craziness, China, all that stuff. So it's like, yeah, like it's helpful, but masks are more for preventing others from getting it, not you breathing in stuff anyway, right? So like, yeah, okay, it might stop a little bit of pollution going in, but it's mainly for if you're sick, then you to prevent the spread of it.
Oh, fun time.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, all the other things that are being affected by it are, like I just read, Sony's pushing back Spider-Man, which means that Marvel has to push back Thor and Doctor Strange 2. So it's like now, one studio's timeline is affecting another studio's timeline. And and a lot of like the straight to DVD movies were, you could be like, I'll probably skip that one. But now it's it's straight to streaming services, and that's it. You're like, oh, okay, now I'll just watch it here.
Which brings us to this new segment. What's new?
What's new?
Yeah. So we had Mulan was supposed to come out in March.
Yeah.
End of March, like I think 20th, and then
Black Widow in May.
Black Widow May, and I think everything's got cleared out, which I read. I think there's 2 releases in July that have not moved, and they're apparently sticking with them. And that's Christopher Nolan's Tenet.
Yes.
That one is not budging, and Mulan's new date is also in July, and that's apparently
that's ambitious. Call that
gutsy move.
Yeah,
because I think AMC in some because some states are opening up, and I think in Georgia as of Monday, theaters can start opening. I think is what I heard. And in other states it's going to opening soon, but there's nothing to come out, so
they're just going to be they're going to be like someone's going to plug in their password for Disney Plus and be like, all right, we're just going to watch it on here, guys.
Can I screen share to this IMAX screen? Yeah, so AMC's, while they have the clearance, they're holding out until July, because what's the point?
Yeah,
someone was saying too that The only thing that's really going to save movie theaters once things go back to normal will be Marvel movies.
I don't know. I think other movies will.
I think generally, they specifically said that, but I think generally they're just speaking to like big tentpole movies.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to go rush out and go see Little Women.
I mean, we weren't doing that before all this either, so that's fine.
Well,
I think it's like I agree that way, but I think a lot of people, I don't know, like for me, one of the things that I miss the most about things not being open, not being able to go out, all that kind of stuff is going to the movie theater.
Yeah.
So Em and I used to go, fairly often. And it was just fun. She never went to the movies before we started hanging out. And now it's a really fun thing that we both like doing. And now it's I could watch Onward on Disney Plus, and it's been on there for a while and I want to see it, but I don't know, I just haven't gotten around to it because it's on Disney Plus, and then as soon as I turn that on, I'm bombarded with Marvel stuff. Yeah. Which is fine because I want to watch that too. So I usually tend to just watch it because I don't need to pay attention and I can stop it at any time, pick it up, and it makes
a difference. It's like background noise or comfort food or something.
Exactly. But that's the thing is when you go to the movies, it's not like you can just say, all right, I'm just gonna pause this for a little bit. So it's a good experience. It's a good way to carve out some time and be like, I'm gonna enjoy this movie. But it's also when we go to the movies, being quiet about it, but the one-liners that we can think of while we're watching, that wouldn't be happening if we had to sit 3 seats apart from each other because that's 6 feet or whatever.
Yeah, it's like 3. The equivalent of being in class and having to be quiet because the teacher's talking, but you want to goof around with your buddy. The socially responsible thing to do is to sit there, shut up, and not say anything. But because you can't say something is why you need to say something.
Exactly.
Haha, he said duty.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm 34, but it's still funny.
You can't not laugh at duty.
Oh no, not at all.
No, but yeah. So who knows? Okay, so let's say Cineplex and AMC and Landmark, all those theaters open up. They're still not going to be financially profitable because they're going to have to say, all right, well, we can only have a quarter of the theater full, or because it has to start with a quarter of the people or whatever, and then maybe go to a third and then half, but it's going to be a really long time before every seat can be filled in a theater just because of sitting next to each other, especially the ones that aren't the lounge style chairs, the ones that are cramped like airplane seats.
Yeah,
they can't have those and just have it packed.
I wonder if too then when they start doing that again, opening of theaters up and having half capacity, there's going to be longer runs in the theater to let people see them.
Yeah,
versus the 2 months now, 2.5 months that they're in before they're shuttered away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, that'll all depend on the movies, right? If they're not really coming out with very let's say July happens and we get what were the movies? Mulan and Tenet. There won't be any new things for them to show for a while. So maybe the reason is that they don't have a new movie, so they'll just keep Mulan there until whatever the next Disney movie is that's coming out.
Yeah, it's those old.
They're going to need to fill the theaters, right? Either that, or there's going to be 4 movies per theater, and it's playing on 6 different screens at a time.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's the smaller town theaters that got 2 screens. Your choice is to see Tenet or Mulan, and you gotta wait 3 weeks for those to play out before they bring another one in.
Yeah. I wonder if things like drive-ins and stuff like that will kind of make a bit of a comeback. I really like going to the drive-in. There's one in Port Elmsley, so I was not super far from here, but that's nice. You sit in your car, it's you and a person you're comfortable with, and not worried about catching anything, whatever. But then, the next car is a parking space away from you. So even if windows are down and all that kind of stuff, like that would be a pretty fun thing to come back. But again, that's only viable for like 3 months.
Yeah. Wonder if you could like sit outside Landmark and then you just put a big paint one side of the building white and just project.
Yeah.
We need money. Come
Seriously.
watch.
And like sporting stuff it's going to be a really long time before fans are like filling up seats.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of because I heard the Carolina Hurricanes are planning I guess contingency plans if they come back and you can't have like full stadiums. They're planning, I guess, maybe half full or quarter full, whatever. But I was just trying to picture like, so you have 18 seats in a row. How many are you going to sell? 4 and then 4, and like so people enter on the ends, but not the middle.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be like that. But also, it's like it's the same.
Like if you go to the game and you and Em are on the aisle, and I'm 4 seats in, am I gonna want to excuse me and squeeze away through, or am I gonna go up 2 rows and hop over seats?
Yeah, but if those seats are full too, then you're just
exactly. Stuck. Or then what do you do with season ticket holders who have the same seat for 20 years and now you're not gonna let them sit there?
Yeah, and even just like you can sort of assign seats, right? You can be like, hey, this is you're going to be sitting 4 seats away from someone, so no big deal. But it's going to be really hard for people. It's hard enough now for people to follow like tape marks on the ground to be like stand here when it's like to get a beer during intermission or go to the bathroom or any of those things. And then
I just imagine bathroom lines.
Yeah. Well, it might be smaller. There's fewer people there, so
true.
It kind of goes both ways. But like, that's kind of the reality now for the next few years. I'm sure it's just going to be a just bad time for sports.
Well, then if you listen to the news now, like what do you think happens if what they're saying, like there is no immunity and a vaccine may or may not work? Do you just say, fuck it, we're just going to go status quo? Or do you just do the opposite where, you know what? We're living on the barter system where you can trade string for food.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to go to both of those extremes. But I think it's like, I think that the vaccine thing will work out. It seems to always work out. We always get one eventually. Whether it happens in 6 months or, a year and 6 months or 3 years is, that's the story. But like, we're going to have to open up sometime. I don't know if we open up 100% right away, but things need to open up.
Do you agree with people's protesting where it's like, I need to work, so it's my choice to decide if I want to get sick or not?
No, I don't.
Or to a degree.
Yeah, like a little bit, but I still think that they're thinking on, the first extreme of just fuck it, like we're going to get it anyway, you might as well weed it out now. Like I don't think that's a very good call. Just the fact that it's so contagious and so many people can have it and spread it without feeling symptoms themselves is where it's like, why don't we, if we all just take like a month off and literally see nobody for a month, at least that way we can start to go back and be like, all right, we, this person probably doesn't have it, this one doesn't have it, this one doesn't have it, and the people who have it take a bit longer. But like, I don't know, that's not feasible either. It's not, you can't just shut down grocery stores for a month. You can't just shut down hospitals for a month.
If you give everybody a chicken, a cow, and a pig,
and some plants.
I think you'll be okay.
I need vegetarianism.
You can milk your cow. You can get your eggs.
That's fair.
And you're all.
And then I can trade my pig for some chocolate, some kind of chocolate tree.
I said this to Ryan. I don't think in the length of time I've owned my PlayStation 4 that I've played it this much.
I am finding, well, my PlayStation hasn't been turned on in a while, but my Switch has been my go-to now for a really long time. Not a really long time, but in the past like month or so, I just restarted playing Zelda Breath of the Wild and just forgot how much fun the game was. When the Switch first came out, was that like 3 years ago? 3 years ago and like a month, maybe.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
But the Breath of the Wild was one of the first kind of AAA games that was on there, and none of the Mario games were there until like holiday or maybe September. I can't remember.
Oh, because that's one of the first times the console launched without Mario.
Exactly. And so I played Zelda from like day one until I think Kart was the first one that came out, because Odyssey was a holiday one.
Yes, that's when I got mine.
Yeah,
came with that.
Yeah. So then Kart was like September or October or something like that. But up until that point, I pretty much played Zelda exclusively. And it's all just there's you can beat the game in like half an hour.
Really? It's not short?
Yeah, I mean, you don't like
story wise.
Oh yeah, story wise, you could just go and get to the final boss and win. And I'm like, you can't do that from never playing it before, because you have to be good at it, to do the blocks and everything. You start off with minimal health and all that kind of stuff. But like you can go through, if you after you beat the game and then you go back, that's when it finally gives you like you are this % done the game. And that's including all the side quests, all the shrines, all the, medallions and extra stuff that you have to get. And on my first game, I was something like 98 or 99% done. And I just needed to find like a few random seeds. There's 900 of them in the game. And I needed to find like a few more to get 100%. And I was like I've played so much, I'm good, And then when I started playing again, I was like, I forget the control. Like same with Spider-Man. Every time I play, I have to start over because I'm like, I forget how to fight. I forget how to, swing and all that stuff.
Don't switch from Spider-Man to Batman, because your muscle memory for this is block or this is defend.
Yeah,
it's all different buttons.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like, why would you do that? But so yeah, I started playing Zelda again, and I was like, oh, I forgot how good this was. And like, there's some stuff that I'm like, I don't know how I beat this last time, but I'm going at it, and some stuff you remember, and you're like, oh yeah, this one's easy, or that one's easy, or whatever. And now there's like some some extra DLC stuff that's there, so it's like some new stuff, which is cool. But I've been playing that a lot. Just if I can't sleep at night, just throw it on, and the Switch has been the thing that's been like super helpful throughout all this.
And is Animal Crossing?
I've never played Animal Crossing. So was it GameCube? That was the first one?
Sure.
Or maybe one of the Game Boys. But I don't know. It didn't appeal to me. I didn't know what Animal Crossing was until, all my websites were like, oh, Animal Crossing's coming out. Animal Crossing. Yeah. I'm like, what is this again? And, from what I gather, it's very Sims.
Like Farmville, right? Or
yeah, like Sims meets Yeah, Farmville, basically.
Yeah, people are going nuts over it. Like, people are actually selling villagers for real money.
Yeah, that's craziness. And but like, I don't know. If you're into it, that's pretty cool. Because
yeah, good for you.
Yeah, good for you. But I saw some gameplay, and I was like, it seems like you have to be really invested in it for it to be worthwhile. You know, like you have to do your farming, you have to build your structures and all. It's just like The Sims, where you can't just play it for a bit, leave it, and then come back.
Yeah, and then you can't just starve the baby and then hope that you never had a baby.
Yeah, exactly. It's not real life.
Come and then take the kid.
But yeah, I was like, at that point, I just figured I'm not gonna have time to play it, so I didn't bother. But now, I just don't want to bother.
I didn't think I didn't have time, but now that I do, I just know.
I still don't.
You see a lot of actors and directors and everybody are doing like watch parties for like their movies.
Yeah. Have you joined any of those?
No, but I did enjoy reading the tweets of from James Gunn about Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
What did he say? I think I read it, but I can't remember now.
The best one was that he says there's apparently a take of Yondu coming down, instead of saying Mary Poppins, y'all, is I'm Mary Poppins, motherfuckers.
Oh, really?
So people were like, you need to put this online. Yeah. We need to see this take.
We need the gun cut.
Yeah. And they're just talking about how like things evolved from like his scripts into like the conversations he had with Marvel. Apparently he had free reign over that entire thing. It was just like, you got to include these beats to set up for this movie. And then the whole, I think he said originally Gamora and Nebula were just brief cameos in Infinity War, and then that all changed. But other than that, Joel said he's not doing a fourth one. This is after 3. That's it.
Yeah, that seems okay. 3, they'll be in the next Avengers probably or something. Or I think it'll be, one more Guardians, like straight up Guardians film, and then some kind of crossover, whether it's Avengers or with Thor. I heard they were going to be in Thor.
Who knows now, man?
Yeah, that's true, I guess. Nothing's
set in stone anymore. And the Mandalorian season 2's good to go, and Jon Favreau's working on 3.
Isn't a trailer dropping soon or something dropping soon? Or was it just the release date? I don't know.
I didn't think that even got put through. But with all this extra time, I told you, I'm rewatching all of the MCU goodness.
Yeah, M's doing the same thing.
I'm up to Homecoming. I'm halfway through that one.
Oh, she's just on Civil War. I think Civil War is happening tomorrow. And then, so what's that? Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians, then Spider-Man? Or Black Panther? No, Spider-Man.
Black Panther's after.
Yeah. That's another thing. I heard Chadwick Boseman is fighting back with Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
Pay stuff, and very very Terrence Howard-y. But I feel like
he'll win.
Yeah.
You're not going to replace him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, either that or he might not get exactly what he wants. He'll probably get more than what he's getting. But I don't think Marvel can really be like, yeah, all right, we'll just replace him with like.
No, they'll do the opposite. They'll do Black Panther 2, but then there's no more Black Panthers.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
or it'll be
like, we have the pulls out like a stack, just this many characters.
Yeah,
put in front of you.
Yeah, it's not like Black Panther was an A-lister.
Oh, we have the Luke Cage rights back.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if I have that email, but I saw that I think the first one they get back is Iron Fist, and then by the beginning of next year, they should have the rights to all those characters back.
Yeah,
Daredevil and.
But I also read that they were going to try and replace everyone. Like, why? They were.
You can replace. To me, you can replace. You can replace Iron Fist. you could probably get away with replacing Luke Cage, though Mike Coulter was pretty good. But you got to keep Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock, and I think you got to keep John Baratheon as Punisher.
Yeah, those two were incredible, and yeah, everyone else can.
Yeah, you can replace Karen Page,
but like, those two, like that Daredevil was the best one.
Yeah, him and Vincent D'Onofrio's Wilson Fisk.
And then
if I got to only keep two, those are the two I keep. Maybe even if you only can keep one, I'd keep Fisk. I might even keep I'd keep D'Onofrio as Fisk.
He was really good. Like, who else would you put there?
No, I can't think of anybody anymore.
Fat Vin Diesel. Like, that's it.
Yeah, the only one I can think of, like, even Michael Chiklis is not that great. Like, yeah, I'm sure he could do it, but not like D'Onofrio did.
No, he did it perfectly. Because he did it the way
no one thought he would, like, because he gave him a disability, like he's got like a mental illness. That's why he's like that. He's not just a power corrupt guy.
Yeah,
he's not wired right.
Oh, he's like wired right to him.
His like first full episode when he like crushes that guy's skull in on the door because he embarrassed him.
Yeah,
like that's not right. Like people wouldn't do that.
But he portrayed him really well. That was good. That whole that was the whole Daredevil like show was so much better than all the other I don't know, to me. Like I didn't watch Iron Fist.
Season 2 is by far better than season 1, but it's still not great.
Yeah. Well, like we talked about that. Like season 1 was so bad that like anything would have been better.
Like season 1 is like, okay, this isn't great. This isn't great. This is kind of okay, and then this is not great the rest of the way.
And like
I found it with the first season of Luke Cage, it was slower, but then picked up and then really got me invested.
Yeah, and then I liked Jessica Jones.
I still haven't watched season 3 of that.
No, I haven't watched season 3 either.
But I just like I have a laundry list of things I need to watch.
Absolutely. But before that, let's watch things we've already seen 100 times.
What's this? Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for a 15th time? Okay.
Sounds good to me.
And I swear to God, I'm like, put Iron Man on as background, Iron Man 2 background, Hulk background. But once I got like even halfway through Age of Ultron, I was watching it again.
Yeah.
Like it's not great, but I was getting into it. And then what's this? Guardians is up next. Okay. And watch that one. And then Ant-Man, I was watching more. Civil War, absolutely.
Yeah. I remember phase 1 being like not great movies, but I enjoyed the way, like, it's really hard for movies and TV shows and stuff like that to get people invested in just a short amount of time. Like, I loved the first few seasons of Lost, but I'm not gonna say that the first like 10 episodes of season 1 were great. They just followed one character's background, and like, yeah, like it's a little boring until you get past all of that. And then it all, when they start tying it all together, then you're like, oh, okay, that's why they did that.
You're saying it's like the first few episodes of Lost is like the latter half of like season 4 plus of The Walking Dead, where it was like one episode of one person. Like you only have 16 of these.
Yeah.
You have 800 characters. Like,
but yeah,
I wonder why this season seemed like it was rushed to finish.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, that's the thing with Lost. It was like a lot of people don't get past the first 3 or 4 episodes because, you're like, all right, this episode was about this guy. Next one's about this. Like, I don't like you're not invested in these people. But like Marvel found a way to just get a movie about this person, a movie about this person, movie about this person. And then bam, Avengers comes along and you're like, all right, like I'm all in. And then after that, I find phase 2 is when things start to get like a little bit more fun. And then, once you get to like Civil War is just like, it's in my definitely top half.
Winter Soldier too was I found myself watching more. Like that elevator scene it's
so good.
It's like top 10 scenes I think of all of the MCU. Just he knows what's going on. They kind of know that he knows, and he's just
they don't know. He knows. They know that he knows.
Exactly. He's such a good character.
Yeah.
Did you go through that? You went through that list. I sent you of like the 6 new ways of watching all those movies.
I looked at it, but I was still just like, I watch it the way I watch it, which is the
all
order
of them
that it comes in. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, honestly, I could put them in a playlist and just say random, and I still wouldn't care until Thor 2 comes up.
Yeah. Yeah, that one I know is for sure in the background.
Yeah.
It's like, what's this? Oh, a Loki scene? Okay, I'll watch this.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just a bad time.
Even like Doctor Strange was a character I didn't really know, but when I threw it on, I spent most of my time watching it. I thought it was just
he's
such a good portrayal, and like it's like it's Marvel's Inception. Like the visuals are fantastic.
Yeah,
like even like the little things of when Baron Mordo hands him the slip of paper. Like, what's this? My mantra? Oh, it's a Wi-Fi password.
Yeah.
We're not savages.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's like, oh, okay, you know this is funny stuff, but
yeah,
you're not taking it too serious either.
Exactly. But yeah, I think after Guardians 1,
such a good movie.
Or no, after Guardians 1, Winter Soldier was before that. Yeah, I'd say at Winter Soldier, after that, I'm like, pretty much everything after Thor 2 is what I'm trying to say. Is I'm like, I'm in. I will watch this. I'll try not to be too distracted.
But at the same time,
I might do stuff during it. I'll know what's going on, so I know exactly when to stop. But like, after that, all the movies I think are they just get maybe not better and better, like movie by movie, but better and better as world building goes on.
I think Black Widow for me would be the equivalent of still watching The Walking Dead. I'm not as interested as I used to be, so it's more of just like loyalty to the brand.
Me too. And it's also like, I don't know, there's no stakes in the movie. We know she survives. So every single time there's a supposed to be a scene
Taskmaster might kill her. Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Like,
she's got like another 20 years of movie to be in.
Exactly. So I don't know. That's, it's nice. I mean, at the same time, it's not like we ever thought Iron Man was going to die in anything. We never thought Captain America was ever in real danger, but at least like this one,
I did if I went by the comics. Like, oh, he dies in Civil War, so he's going to die in this movie. What? No. No one did?
That's
just Chakaka?
Yeah.
Or
hey,
yeah.
No. Yeah.
Chaka. Taka. Not Kaka. That's something else.
Yeah.
Before I move on to things, I wanted to see if you agree with this list from James Gunn, which is again, since celebrities with their big mentions and lots of money have nothing to do, he's been very much vocal on Twitter and stuff. So he gave his list of movies that are the sequels that are better than the originals.
Ooh. Oh, wait, did we talk about this already?
That was our opinions, but I wonder if you agree with this guy's list.
Okay, should we say ours first? Did we ever do that on?
I don't think we ever did. You and I have done it ourselves.
Yeah, because I think there's 4 or 5 that
I'm sure they're on this list here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Toy Story 2 over Toy Story 1. Yeah, that one. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I would have to disagree on that one.
I would say probably from a structure and storytelling perspective, it is far superior. But
from a movie,
Toy Story is Toy Story.
Exactly.
Like I'd watch, if you put both of them down, I'd grab the first one.
Absolutely, 100% of the time.
Obvious one's Godfather 2 over Godfather 1. Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
Did you ever see Bad Lieutenant?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So he said the second one's better. Evil Dead 2, which I agree. I saw the original Evil Dead. Evil Dead 2 is basically a remake of Evil Dead. So half points.
Yeah.
Shrek 2.
Yes.
The Dark Knight over Batman Begins.
Well, obviously.
He went old school, Bride of Frankenstein over the original Frankenstein.
I don't think I ever saw either of them.
Hellboy 2.
Is that the one that just came out?
No, the Golden Army.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't see that then.
Ron Perlman one. I guess the Road Warrior over Mad Max.
Okay.
Paddington 2.
Let's skip past that one.
X2, and then obviously Empire Strikes Back.
Yes. No Terminator in there?
No, but I'm sure it's like he can go on forever.
Yeah, I think Terminator.
Yeah, Judgment Day over Terminator, obviously.
Absolutely.
I'd say Aliens over Alien. But that's like a 1A 1B situation. Yes. They're both amazing movies.
But I still think I would again, if it was these two movies are in front of you, I would choose Aliens 2. Not Aliens 2. Alien.
Yeah, they're sequels, but they're also completely different movies.
Exactly. But I still think Aliens is better than Alien.
It's like Winter Soldier, and it's a direct sequel to Captain America, but they're completely different.
Oh, yeah.
Tone, one's in the past, one is present day. What else you got on your list of sequels that are?
The things that we talked about, I think, were definitely Terminator, Godfather, Empire, and
I was like, you can't say Back to the Future because they're really one story.
Yeah. And I would say two, just because I was thinking about this earlier. But Secret of the Ooze I found was more fun to watch than the original.
Absolutely. Both great movies, but
yeah,
I thought second one's far more appealing and entertaining.
Yeah, and again,
not as dark.
And right now, would I want to watch either of them? I probably would, but I don't think I'd be that invested in either one. But Secret of the Ooze was, I don't know, it was one of my favorites growing up.
Oh yeah, I had both. That's the one I watched all the time.
Yeah.
Would I have preferred Bebop and Rocksteady? Yes.
Yes, of course.
But I'll take Telecan Reza. Snapping Turtle and Werewolf, or not Werewolf? Wolf?
Yeah, Wolf. Wolf.
Wolf? Their Wolf?
But yeah, I think those are. It's a pretty solid list. I mean, I've never seen any of the Paddingtons, so I can't comment on that. But
they're in my queue.
Yeah. Yeah, they're there. But yeah, it's a solid list. Yeah, let's see if I can. Yeah, I don't know if I can.
I'd say Mission Impossible 3 is better than Mission Impossible 1, but not number 2.
Yeah.
Although I find the Mission Impossibles, each movie was better than the one that preceded it.
They just keep getting better.
Too bad it's got pushed back, but it's still coming out this year, maybe.
Major League.
Yes.
Major League 2 was better than Major League 1.
I would have preferred Wesley Snipes for staying
as... but...
Now, Bad Boys, would you say 2 is better than 1? It's definitely put together better.
I think 2's more fun.
Yeah, it's definitely more fun. I've watched the third
Rush Hour. Rush Hour 2. Way better than Rush Hour 1.
Oh, how did we not think of that one first?
Yeah.
And that includes the bloopers at the end.
Yeah.
They far are better.
Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know about Bad Boys. I think they're both fine. I would want to watch both of them for different reasons. Mm-hmm. I think one, I don't know, I haven't seen it in a while, but I don't know. I guess I don't remember that much good stuff about it, other than just jokes.
That's just random. Pulls the gun out. The scene where they pull the gun. They both pull the gun on the convenience store clerk. That is Buddy from Iron Man.
Who, Buddy?
And the convenience store clerk is the guy that Tony's in the cave with.
Oh, really? Jensen?
Yeah, Jensen. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Just step back, grab me a package of tropical fruit Bopalicious and a pack of Skittles.
But like nothing beats the Reggie scene.
In the second one?
Yeah. Like
I remember when that came out.
Too good.
Like seeing like Roger Ebert's review, and like most of the review focused on that scene. Just talking about like how homophobic it is and how racist it was.
It's so bad.
And how unnecessary it was. But at the same time, you're thinking, you know what? If I had been in that situation where someone was picking up my daughter and I was a cop, I would probably, maybe not to that degree.
Yeah, it was definitely way over the top, but like
ever make love to a man? Do you want to?
You want to? No, sir.
Who's at the door? Reggie. Who the fuck is Reggie? That's like, bro, that scene is like Eddie Murphy and Delirious talking about gay guys.
Yeah,
you can't do that now.
You can't do that now. But
it was still
watch.
Funny.
I was recently just telling Emily, like she hadn't seen Delirious. I was like, you should watch it. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. But like,
it's a product of its time.
Yeah, watch it, but know when it came out. Like,
yeah,
you know, you can't watch it and be like, oh, this came out last year. No, because I don't think there's a single joke in Delirious that you could say now, like earnestly, and have people not be offended, or have people
even in Raw too, when he talks about women.
Yeah, exactly.
Eddie.
What about Rocky? 1, 2, 3. Like,
Rocky 2 is good.
Rocky 3 is better.
But having the movie end with him losing but still winning in the long run, the grand scheme of things.
That's very participation award.
Yeah. Like he lost, but he won over the crowd. He learned some stuff. He got more famous because of the fight and losing. But the second one's good. I go
which
2, 1, it's 6, 3, 4, 5.
5 was absolutely the worst.
He wanted Rocky to die at the end, and MGM said no because he said he's like Bond. Bond doesn't die. Rocky doesn't die.
Well, then Creed came along.
Yeah.
You didn't like 4? You didn't like Russia?
No, I did. I just, in terms of diminishing returns.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, okay, he keeps winning.
All right. That one just had a bunch of good like quotes and stuff. What about Jaws?
He dies.
Yeah.
Jaws 4? The Revenge?
John Wick 2 was better than John Wick.
Oh, yes. But I love all those.
But that's the thing, is like better, but not to say that John Wick 1 was terrible. Like
John Wick is the type of franchise where no matter how ridiculous stuff is, I'm with it.
Yeah. You're like, yes, I can totally see this being real.
Took a man out with a pencil. I'm like, yep, I'll buy it.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
John Wick is that good. What's this? He's on horseback with swords and guys are on motorcycles with swords? Yep.
Makes sense. I get it.
I could see that happening down the street.
I could see that as a very real possibility.
Did you see the fan edit where they swapped the swords out with lightsabers?
No.
You need to find that.
Yes.
It's even better.
Yeah, I'm looking through like lists of movies, and I'm like, that's a pretty good list of sequels that are better than the originals. Now, if we were talking about sequels that are worse than the first one, that's gonna just be a long show.
You see the name of the Venom sequel?
Yeah.
I saw somebody brought up a very good point. It's like they made a movie that we're all expecting to be garbage, and it was garbage.
I want it to be good. You like
because it was Sony, you expected it to be garbage.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have a character that's defined by another character, and that character is nowhere in the origin of this movie. But someone says when they have a ridiculous title like this, maybe they're saying, you know what, we realize that this is ridiculous, and we're just going to embrace the ridiculousness of it.
Yeah, except
so Venom,
that
let there be carnage.
It's just
Carnage is the villain.
I
don't know if you got that.
I don't know. It's like I remember reading Maximum Carnage when I was younger.
I played Spider-Man Maximum Carnage video game,
and I played that game too, and it was a lot of fun. I don't know. It's just like Venom.
But it's not.
It's no. Like how Venom was. Like it's just hard to picture those two characters without Spider-Man there. And that's what
Carnage
that's what
to less regard because he's the offspring of Venom. But if Venom doesn't have Spider-Man,
then
like why is Venom shooting webs if he doesn't have that from Spider-Man?
Yeah. But he's not shooting webs. He's just shooting
slime. He's Slimer.
He's appendaging. But
fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. Because that was the thing. I was watching something a while ago, but it was just talking about how not having Spider-Man in the Venom universe as it is right now meant that they didn't have the logo on his chest, and that he didn't web swing everywhere. He motorcycled with Eddie Brock and like to get around, like that's how they had to do it because they couldn't have him swinging. They couldn't have him webbing people up, so they had like his slime stuff come out and just knock people out.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, all right, like
I mean, I get it.
They had to do that, but it's still like we knew it was going to be a bad movie. It's just it sucks that
but the kids loved it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't suck, but like it made way more money than it should have. And that just meant people were like, not people. That just meant Sony was like,
they're not people over at Sony.
Yeah, clearly, this was a massive success, and everyone liked it if they spent this much money on it. Let's run it again. And I don't know. It's gonna be weird seeing numbers now, like opening weekend numbers and long term.
Because
of all this. Like, who knows if like it was already tough for Avengers to beat Avatar, and they had to they came back with an extra couple of weeks just to kind of bring them over the top. Get there. But like now it's like no matter what, like is a movie gonna make $1 billion anymore?
They charge $100 a head.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough for to get that many people to go see a movie again. But I mean, I guess now we'll know if the movie is like an actual success or if it's just kind of manufactured, built on hype, built on. I mean, I think Endgame, whether you liked the movie or disliked it or whatever, like whatever the reason you went to go see the movie, like, I don't know numbers, but it's got to be at least 90% or more went just to finish it off, just to be like, it was a Walking Dead situation, where you're like, I've already invested. I've already invested this much time. I'm gonna go see this movie. That doesn't mean it was a great movie. It doesn't mean it was a good movie. It doesn't mean it was a bad movie. It just means that people are
spent all this money.
Yeah, like people are going to see it. But now a new movie that comes out, Black Widow, how many people are like super, super invested? Like we're gonna go see it because it's us. But the regular, non-superhero movie fan, like, are they really gonna go see it? It has really nothing to do with we're basically like starting over, even though we're going to have sequels of Thor, Doctor Strange, Guardians, like we're going to have recurring characters, but the rest of Phase 4 is all brand new. Like I was talking to him and I was like, I don't know what Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings or whatever that one is about. I don't know what the Eternals is about. I kind of know, but those aren't comic books I ever read. So
right,
like I'm gonna go see it because again, we're like that.
It's you.
Yeah, but like I don't know how many people are going to go see a non Iron Man or Captain America movie.
True.
Just because it says Marvel Studios on the front.
That's right.
So now we'll see if these movies are actually good, or if people were just going to see them just because.
A lot of people watch Tiger
Don't King. Say it. Did you watch it?
I did.
And
I didn't get the hype.
Yeah. No,
this is a show about really, really bad people doing really bad things. And a lot of people got what they deserved.
People like that.
I didn't. It's like this is a terrible. It was to the point where the entire thing over, like as I went further into it, it was more manufactured for the television than it was something that actually happened in real. Like it almost seemed like this is happening in real time, and then there's somehow a camera there.
Oh yeah, like reality TV.
Yeah, reality.
Yeah, exactly. I was watching this thing, or I don't know, listening. I can't remember, but they were talking about how Netflix was saying that their top 10 watched shows, I guess, or content over the past few months has been exclusively Netflix exclusives. And like at first I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then I was like, well, that's because everyone else took their stuff back. So like that kind of makes sense. But then it was a podcast, I remember. But then the guy on the podcast was basically like, yeah, like you guys determine what shows people watch because you put things on the front page banner. Yes. Right? Like the only reason that Tiger King got as many views as it did was because Netflix promoted the crap out of that. And it was no matter what time of day or what month you opened it up in the last 3 months, Tiger King was the first thing you saw there. Like I
remember now when I went on there because it was well after everybody had already watched it. And I think I just left it alone to last. She's like, what is this Tiger King you're talking about? I'm like, oh, it's a Netflix thing. It's like, oh, you watch it? It's like, oh, maybe. And then I opened it up and yeah, I'm pretty sure it was right there.
If it was
before the next thing they released.
Yeah. If it wasn't the first like banner ad, it was, or like banner suggestion, it was like the second or third. So if you were on the home screen at all for more than like 30 seconds, you saw a thing for Tiger King. So like that doesn't automatically mean that it's awesome. It just means that
it's new.
Yeah, it's new, and right now people are just looking for new things to watch. And it's like you're manufacturing not hype for it, but you're manufacturing numbers because every second thing is like, hey, do you want to watch Tiger King? Hey, do you want to watch Tiger King? So yeah, people are going to be like, yeah, okay, I'll check it out. But like no one's rifling through page 7 of Netflix and being like, oh, Tiger King, I'll watch this.
What Netflix basically is? It's Google. Basically the exit. What was I gonna say? It's the streaming version of Will promoting Ashley's Make Up Your Mind.
Yes.
That's right. Basically just he's playing in the studio playing it over and over again and having fake requests for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then just playing it over and over again. And then like, yeah, and they manufactured all this hype for it. And
yeah, and like guaranteed in a month or 2 months from now, no one's gonna like there's gonna be a new show. I think right now it's what's it called? It's like a reality TV thing. Too Hot to Handle.
Oh yeah, I see that. That's making its waves around there.
That's what's there right now. And so that's what was there up until last week, and now it's the MJ doc, which is
how is that?
It's good. I really like it. So Michael Jordan was
it's what, like three or 4 episodes now?
No, 2. So it's 2 episodes per week. 2. Yeah, 2 episodes per week for 5 weeks. So the next one will Well,
is that how ESPN is doing it, or how Netflix is doing it?
That's how ESPN is doing it.
Okay.
So Sunday nights at 9:00 on ESPN, and that is exclusive to the States, and then everywhere else in the world on Netflix Monday. So I don't know, like it's a lot of fun, I think, because I read a lot of, well, not a lot. I read like 2 Michael Jordan biographies when I was younger, and I'd heard most of these stories that have come up in the first 2 episodes already. So like the premise is about the 97-98 season, like Michael Jordan's last season with the Bulls. Should have been his last season as a basketball player.
This is the second time, right?
Yeah. And
so the first time should have been, but this one definitely should have been.
No, the first time shouldn't have been. He should have kept playing, but then, he had to go save Bugs Bunny and stuff. So,
he's not back for the game.
Yeah, but now he's back. And then after that, after the 97-98 season, it was like he's, literally won every award he can. He's proven everything. He's done everything in the game except score 100 points, basically.
Still,
yeah, the whole premise behind The Last Dance is, they had a crew covering that last season because they pretty much knew that was going to be Michael Jordan's last season. But like, it doesn't just follow Michael Jordan, it follows the whole team. The second episode is about how, like, basically how Scottie Pippen got like ripped off hard. So in the 97-98 season, he was making $2.5 million that year.
Yeah.
He was like the, one of the top 5 players in the league.
Top 5 players and making $2 million.
Yeah. Top 5 players in the league, second best player in Chicago. And I think they were saying he was like the 6th or 7th highest paid player on the Bulls. Mm-hmm. So like Dennis Rodman was making more than him. Kukoc was making more than him. Luke Longley, all of them making more than him. And he was like 120 something in the league for how much money he was making. And then you like kind of feel bad about it, and you're like, oh, that sucks. Like, why was he getting paid so little? But then they go into how he signed a 7-year, like $17 million deal 7 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I mean, you signed that contract. You knew what was
idiot.
You knew it was coming. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, this guy signed a contract, but I'm sure, the organization can like, whip up a new one based on performance. Man.
It's like, was it Danny Alfredson's contract, or a lot of the other first lockout contracts when they're all front loaded.
Yeah.
It's like you get this $8 million contract, but your final year is worth $1 million.
Yeah.
And now you're in your 40s. You're going to re-sign you for $8 million for 2 years? No, it was averaged out $8 million, but you only got made the salary this year because you got all your money up front. You got to think about that stuff, man.
Exactly. But then I was reading this thing that said that watch out. Yeah. So Michael Jordan is the first, or like one of the first athlete billionaires. So that's from his, shoes, his underwear,
McDonald's,
and part of the Washington Wizards and stuff like that. But as a Chicago Bull over 14 seasons, he made $89 million over 14 seasons.
In today's dollars?
I don't know. But that's not even like the crazy part. So 14 years, he made $89 million. In his last 2 seasons, he made $35 million each. No, not 35 million each. He made around $60 million. So he made 60-ish, 65 million in 2 years, and then the other 12 years, he made 25 million. So like his contract was also like, he was, I mean, okay, not underpaid. Obviously, he's getting $30 million a year. Like, you're not underpaid at that point, but like talent to, payment wise, he was getting, I mean, especially compared to now, people are, I don't know what LeBron's salary is, but it's got to be like double digit.
Well, they have
per
maxes,
million.
right?
Yeah.
Maxes.
But yeah, like, so it's stuff like that. It's a really good documentary. And so far, I know that there's a lot of parts that Michael Jordan said, it doesn't make me look good or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So far, there hasn't been any. There's been like a few.
It's coming.
There's been a couple of times where it, like, he is yelling at his team during practice. Basically like, I'm working this hard. You got to work this hard. Mm-hmm. Which I was like, yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that. I would mind it if he was screaming at me, but like, knowing how much of a competitor he is and how much he wants to win, and how if he's not slacking, then like, he knows he's the best player in the world at the time. He knows that, he doesn't really need to try that hard, but he still does. And then if he sees other people not trying, then it's like, hey, look, if I'm doing it, you have to too, So I get that. So I don't know where, like, I mean, there's still 8 more episodes, and I'm sure there's going to be things about like gambling and I mean, they talk about women and, just a bunch of other stuff that, I don't know. It's going to be one of those things where I'm like, a lot of bad stuff has already come out about him. So I don't know what new stuff, especially from 97, 98, because it's not like this stuff is going to be stuff from like 2005, and at that point, I don't know, whatever. I'm really happy to just see more and more Michael Jordan highlights, like old highlights again.
Yeah.
So far I'm really into it, and it's really fun seeing interviews from like Charles Barkley and Patrick Ewing and all those guys that just like
that were not from the Space Jam set.
Yeah, like the reason that there are so many good players that don't have championships in the 90s is because of Michael Jordan, and they're like, whatever, like, he was that good. And seeing, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, those guys like kind of nearing the end of their career, and Michael Jordan just starting up his, and having them being like, yep, like, this guy's special. We can see it right now. In 87, 88. So like before they were even winning and all that stuff, they were like, before they were, to have, some of the best players at the time say, yeah, this guy's it. It's pretty cool. And then, like, hearing his thoughts about everything, it's pretty cool. I'm into it. And I like that they're not just dropping them all at once. Having the wait is,
well, what else are we gonna watch?
Yeah. Well, everything. But it's nice. It's nice having, I was thinking of doing that myself, just like being like, okay, I'm gonna start a new show, or like 7 new shows, but just say I'm gonna watch this, 1 episode on Monday and then an episode of something else on Tuesday.
Oh, like how TV used to be.
Exactly.
Appointment television.
Exactly.
It's Monday, 8:00. Better throw on, what was that? 90210.
Was that Monday?
Then Melrose.
Can't do it without Melrose.
8:00 on Sunday. It's The Simpsons.
That's right. And TGIF. Don't forget about that. Wait, were you a TGIFer?
Yeah.
Like Dinosaurs, Family Matters, Step by Step.
I downloaded Dinosaurs like a year ago.
It's so bad.
And I never put it back. I'm like, I loved this as a child, and I think if I watch it again, I'm going to be ruined.
It's so bad now.
I had them Burger King toys and everything.
Oh, not the mom. Like, it's so much better just remembering it.
Yeah, that's what I don't want. I don't want to ruin that.
Yeah. There was another show I was watching. Oh, it was like last year or 2 years ago, and I was like, oh man, it's on, I don't know, insert streaming service here. And And then I watched the first episode and I was like, oh, this isn't good. Like, and then I just stopped. I can't even remember what show it was, but it was something like in that Family Matters step-by-step style of like family sitcom kind of thing.
Ooh, see if I can figure this out. So not Family Matters.
Not Family Matters.
Because you would remember that one.
It wasn't
not Step by Step because you just said that. There was Hogan's Family with Jason Bateman. For the TJF stuff. Was it Sister?
No.
I don't think Hanging with Mr. Cooper was really a family.
No, I did enjoy that one though. Would I watch that again? Probably not. I really can't remember. You know what show I did watch again and just really enjoyed was Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once because it was on Disney Plus, like from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I watched it all and I was like, yep, this is still a fun show. Just everything about it. Maybe I wonder if it was just older episodes of Saved by the Bell that I was just like
Saved by the Bell, the new class.
Yeah. Oh, why did I start there? No, I think it was like older episodes of like when they're in like middle school and stuff.
The Miss Bliss years.
Yeah, the Miss Bliss years.
Good morning, Miss Bliss.
That's what it was called, right?
Good
morning, Miss Bliss. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
With Milo.
Now, yeah, exactly. now I just watch all my Saved by the Belling through Zach Morris's trash.
What was the latest one? The fat shaming? That was the last one that got posted, I think.
The fat shaming?
Where like the date auction and like that heavier girl. I think that was one I just watched that one.
Oh, okay. There was one that I just told you about.
The wheelchair one?
No,
the girl in the wheelchair.
No, that was the helpline one, right? And then they play basketball at the end. It's not good. Hold on, I gotta find it.
The whole episode, he's just throwing out her handicap.
Yeah,
leave her alone? She's in a wheelchair.
Yeah. All right, Zach Morris.
I think they point out too. It's like the one time there's like a tablecloth at the max, so she can wheel out, and you not see that she's in a wheelchair the whole time.
Dead Man's the time Zach Morris used Dead Man's Charity to start a gender war. That one was whatever.
I like the calendar one.
Ooh, this one's good. The time Zach Morris was a domestic abuser. The time Zach Morris was an egomaniacal rock star. The one where they're like in the future and they're like friends and friends forever or whatever.
Zack Attack.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this one is good. The time Zach Morris dated Slater's kid sister. They're all so good, but
was the abuser one where they're doing like the married couple one, the episode?
Yeah. And it's like the whole
kid.
Yeah, the whole time he's just like trying to nail Kelly.
Yeah, that's the whole point of in that.
Yeah, and like it's so funny. It's like the narrator's like, oh, and countless attempts of domestic abuse, and Kelly's just like pushing him away. He's such garbage. Oh, and then I love every single episode where it's about like a one-off character, like Slater's sister, the wheelchair girl. Yeah. And it's just like, and we never see her again. She probably killed herself. It's so good.
It's true.
Yeah.
There was no really recurring theme with that show. Well, him being an asshole is the theme, exactly. But him dating anybody.
But then it was like him dating someone, and then the next 3 episodes were about him trying to get with Kelly, and then I found someone else. Oh, and then they're gone, and Kelly's back.
And then they're gone for a season.
Yeah.
Wait.
And then all of a sudden,
that show they graduated twice.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden Jesse's gone, and what's her name shows up? Tori. But yeah, they do graduate a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Lots of last dances, and I don't know. There's maybe I'll revisit, but probably not.
And then like Kelly dating like the boss of the Max.
Yeah.
Like she's in high school. She's maybe what, 15, 16?
Yeah.
He's in college. Oh,
there's also
Did you see the trailer for like the Peacock like reboot?
I didn't see it. I heard that there was one.
It's single camera, man. It's single camera.
No.
And Zach and Kelly's kid is named Mac. Mac Morris. Right there. I just sold you a ticket.
Yeah. I'll have to Jan Levinson that.
Yeah. It's rough.
Yeah. All right.
I've been watching a lot of Sophia the First.
What is that?
Disney show? Disney Junior show. The kids watching it. Well, the baby's watching it. So that's the extent of the new stuff that I got going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Now we wrap up.
Now I see it.
Graphic says. We think of news segments. I'll make more images.
Yeah.
Because this way we can keep track of what's going on. Just what's over my shoulder. Yeah. Anything else new and exciting before we head off into the night?
Not really. I'm excited for just to see how everything's gonna play out. I just want movie theaters to open up again, and
some normalcy.
Yeah, a little sense. But you know what? There is some good stuff. Like, so we were talking about environmental benefits and all that kind of stuff. But like I told you before, but like, driving to work in the morning and having just no traffic is amazing.
Yeah. Although, like, we back on to the highway, and it's still surprisingly busy.
It is busy. It's
certain points of the day, like if you didn't know anything was going on and just watched the cars this afternoon, you would think everything was back to normal.
Oh, really? I just like going to work at Abbott. It can take me anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes from here to get there, or longer depending on like snow and all that kind of stuff. But now it's like 25 minutes on a regular day, and like close to 20 on a Saturday or Sunday, and I'm like, that's huge. I'm 100% okay with that. But I'd rather spend 15 more minutes in the car and have sports again. So, yeah.
Did you see? I think is it Taiwan? They started their baseball league again.
Did they?
Yeah, and they have mannequins.
Yeah, they have mannequins. Yeah. I saw that. But
I'm gonna say, like, they could do that now because all these retail stores aren't open. They can just thief all the mannequins and just add some sound effects, and no one will know the difference.
There was something weird about it, though.
Get like ILM out there?
Didn't they like put faces on the mannequins though?
Oh yeah, they're completely detailed. They're in like
they put masks on it. That was the thing. That was the thing. It's some of the mannequins were wearing masks, and I was like,
the detail
gotta be better used for those masks, maybe.
No way, man. Nope. You got it. It's gotta be realistic.
That's hilarious.
You haven't watched any of the like replays of old sporting events?
I have. I've been watching the old basketball games. Not the old basketball games, but there was one like Michael Jordan's 63-point game.
That's it. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure when I was flipping through, TSN had said Ottawa Buffalo. I'm like, oh, is this the one where Ray Emery gets to fight? And no, it was this year.
Oh yeah, no, not any of those.
I can't believe they had that on.
Just the NBA YouTube channel has been streaming
like Kobe and
but like just
milestone games.
Milestone games, exactly. So they had like,
I think Sportsnet was showing the 2000 dunk competition.
Really?
Days ago.
Nice. And I think TSN or Sportsnet, I can't remember which one, they were doing a game a day of the Raptors championship run last year.
Okay.
So for like 3 weeks, it was just like a basketball game, just kind of going through their playoff run. I didn't watch any of those because I was like, I actually just saw those, so that was fine. I watched the one against the Clippers though because of Kawhi's shot. Not Clippers.
Sixers.
Yeah. Just because of Kawhi's game-winning shot there, that was cool. But no, I don't know. Yeah, NBA has been doing a lot of stuff on YouTube, just milestone games and stuff. So I've been watching a lot of that, and it's just really fun watching older games because like the game's pretty different now. Like it's not just everyone shooting threes all the time. Like really,
just pre-Steph Curry, really.
Yeah. And like it's so funny now watching like more recent highlights. It's like it's not even people shooting threes at the 3-point line. No. It's like that's a nothing shot that everyone can make. Now it's like if you're not 10 feet behind the 3-point line, it's barely a 3. Yeah. Like they should just call it a 2. But yeah, these other ones where it's like they're actually dribbling through people and
they're actually dribbling.
They're actually dribbling. They're not just walking
Traveling
up the court. Yeah. But yeah, the ones that are like they're just playing on TSN and stuff, I haven't really like been flipping through enough to be like, oh, this could be interesting.
Yeah.
But I like unless they were playing things like the Jays championship run or like the Bulls run or like the Kobe and Shaq
92, 93 runs.
Yeah. Those games I would watch because that was when I used to like watching baseball. But
you didn't realize it was like 4-hour games.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, all the ones that are if they're just showing games from last year or like 2 years ago, I'm probably gonna skip that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Try to do this more often.
Recommendations? Yeah, save
wash your hands.
Yeah, probably a good thing. Stay at home.
And when you're home, wash your hands.
And wash your hands. And yep.
But to thank StreamYard for since Google shut down the other free service we were using.
Damn it!
I like this one. This one's more fun.
This one seems pretty. Yeah, I think we can have a lot of fun.
Work.
I think I can try and find some backgrounds and stuff. I think we'll I might make some sort of
green do this screen again. Maybe incorporate some video gaming or something. Change it up.
Absolutely.
Maybe do this during the day.
And then we don't have to worry about lighting.
That and
be still
falling asleep. Well, basements are hard to light.
Exactly. I have a window right there, but it's basement, so not getting that much sunlight. We'll figure it out.
Well, at 9 o'clock, there's no sun.
Yeah, I mean even during the day.
Yeah, I got a window there too.
Me too.
See, someone's watching me from there. No, can you imagine?
No, I don't want to. Go home.
So yeah, we'll try to do this today. Get some guests.
Sounds good. How do you know how many? We'll discuss after. Yep, sounds good.
Well, I'll leave that in. So that's open collar furloughed for this quarantine day. Could be a week, could be a month. I don't know how long we've been down here. So for the shell, this is Corey. Keep it casual.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.